Guys, I want to welcome you back to another episode of Corvettes918. Today I'm going to be going out with a gentleman named JD who's in my Corvette club, and he's got a 2010 ZR1, which he'll get into here in a minute. But I've got Joe I've recruited over here. He's going to be driving my car, getting the footage that I'm going to need, because you know I need B-roll footage in all of my videos. So guys, we're going to ask him some questions, and we're going to be doing a drive along. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Probably gonna get some rain here in a bit. I just got through doing a live stream with you guys over here. So we're gonna get out here and we're gonna get some answers to some questions that we have about the ZR1.
Just to feel alive, another change. Cutting from the thoughts within, the clarity is wearing thin. Another time to dream this. So what we find, we don't wanna lose this fight. You, me, and gravity. Strong enough to reach the line. Are we on the final time? Forgive our lies. But we're cautioned by the hopes we had, thinking we could make it fair. Another chance to change this. Holding on to what we find, we don't wanna lose this fight. You, me, and gravity. Brave enough to give it all, knowing that the fate will fall. You, me, and gravity. You, me, and gravity. You, me, and gravity. You, me, and gravity. You, me, and gravity.
Guys, I'm here with JD. He's a member of my Corvette club, and he's the owner of this beautiful ZR1. But you guys know that I'm looking at getting one of the new 2018 ZR1s, and so what better to ask someone who owns a ZR1 what his experience with this car is. So we have some questions for him, and we're going to see what he thinks about this car. JD, tell us a little bit about how many Corvettes you've had, including this one.
Including this one, I've had 4. I've got 2 right now, and I had the other 2 were just individuals that I owned. And it goes back a number of years before I always loved Corvettes, but I had Camaros and hot rods before I stepped into Corvettes. And so anyway, I've had 4, and I got 2 right now.
The other one was what? That's what year?
It's a 96, it's a C4, 96 Grand Sport, which in itself is a fairly rare car. They only made them 1 year, and they only made 1,000 of them, and they gave them an exclusive VIN series in which they're all numbered. So they're numbered from 1 to 1,000, and in your VIN you can tell which number you have.
Okay, JD, how long have you had this ZR1?
Coming up on 2 years, just almost 2 years exactly.
Okay, how many miles were on it when you bought it?
I bought
Roughly.
it, yeah, with it had about 10,000 miles on it. 5 years old, about 10,000 miles.
Okay, how many you have now?
I got about 16.
Okay, so you put about 6,000 on it in
2 years.
Couple of years.
Yeah.
That's about normal. Most ZR1s or most Corvettes only do about 3,500 a year on average,
Yeah.
as far as miles.
Sounds about right.
When you bought this ZR1, was there a particular reason why you bought a ZR1 versus a Z06?
Well, my exposure to this car, I knew the original owner. I bought it from the original owner. I knew the car, and I just thought it was cool. It was supercharged.
Well, at the time, you bought this just before the Z06s, right?
Yes. The Z06 is C6. Z06 was not a supercharged car.
Okay. And when you bought this, the C7 Z06 had just come out, right? Or was it out yet?
No, it was
not out.
yet,
Okay.
No. Well, I take that back. I'm sorry. The original owner of this car had just bought a brand new C7 Z06.
Okay.
And he had that car and this car in his garage. He kept both of his for about 10 months. And then he decided to sell this one. And he's a friend of mine. I love the car. He told me, he's going to sell it. The next morning I bought it.
Tell us a little bit about some of the things that you like about this car.
Well, obviously the power, the handling, the looks. I like the whole package, Chuck. I just like the whole car. It is by far the fastest car I've ever owned. And for, a production car, when it came out, it was the fastest, highest horsepower production car GM ever came out with. LS9, 638 horse, and it's a beast. It'll throw you back.
This being the 2010, of course, was the second year of the C6 ZR1, and it was the largest volume of cars made. Is that correct?
Yes, just barely. Rough numbers. First year, I think they sold about 1,300, give or take. Second year, 1,400, which give or take, which is a 10. And then the remaining 3 years through 13 was, maybe average 400 or 500 a year.
What sticker?
I got the window sticker.
So this is probably every bit of a $125,000 car. wasn't
This
it?
one's stickered at 121 and some change.
Okay.
121
And so
and change.
you got a lot of guys selling these cars right now with some of them less than 15,000 miles for half that money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Literally over just a 5-year period or 6-year period.
I got a buddy of mine that had an 11, and he got 67 for his. Just exactly same car, just
Same car.
yeah, 1 year newer.
So how would you say this car drives and driving other Corvettes? How do you feel that a ZR1 suspension and some of the other things that make this a true track car, is this a car that kind of can beat you up on city streets?
It has, of course, options. You can, do a touring option. You can do a track option. So, personally, for me, I know what the car is. I don't consider it rough. I take my mom to church in it. She thinks it might be a little bit rough. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So, no, it don't beat me up. I like it.
wasn't on camera, folks.
I rolled the windows up so we wouldn't have the air sound.
JD, what are your thoughts on the 2018 ZR1? You know, being a ZR1 owner, you know, we've seen all of the stuff on Facebook, we've seen all the stuff on social media. You know, do you feel that there's an excitement for the new ZR1 that's about to come out?
I think there is. When it finally gets here, you know, that's always been the thing with Corvettes. You know, they talk them. GM does a pretty good marketing deal, wetting people's taste buds. I think that there's a desire for it. I think there's an anticipation for it. You know, I'm kind of like everybody else. I like to see the car.
Do you think the ZR1 would be very successful above 130,000?
I think they might have trouble, man. But I wouldn't be surprised if it, you know, came out at higher than 130. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. But again, that's an opinion. You know what I mean? I don't know that I can base it. I know that they've made Z06s a very strong car at a very affordable price point.
JD, after owning this car, would you rather have a C6 ZR1 or would you rather have a C7 Z06?
I'd rather have a C6 ZR1 any day, my friend.
Folks, there you have it. There you have it from a true ZR1 man. He would rather have a C6 ZR1 rather than a C7 Z06. I think that, you know, there's a lot of people that feel the same way as you, JD.
Yeah.
You know, the C6 era, you know, a lot of people have already forgotten about it from the standpoint of because of the new, you know, the C7, and they've got the Grand Sport now. You got the ZR1 coming out, but the C6 car, this car transformed Corvette.
Yes.
In its ability and what it was designed to do. They came out with it in the C6s, and this was a car that was tearing up everything on the tracks.
This was cutting edge. They took it to GM, took a stock ZR1 just like the one we're sitting in, put in a seat belt to meet specs, took it to Germany in the Nürburgring and turned a lap top speed around the mid 180s, just like this car, about 7.5 minutes roughly. Put it up on the Autobahn and topped out at around 190, mid 190s. GM claims this car can brake too. Maybe it can, but that was the numbers, the real numbers that when they took one to Germany, that's what they did.
That's 7 years ago.
Yeah, they took brand new 09 stock off the floor, and the only thing they made them do was put a seatbelt harness in to meet safety standards, and because they wanted to show what the car could do.
Sure.
And you know what you could buy. Anybody go out and buy it, man.
Judy, what would you say to someone who is thinking about purchasing a C6 ZR1? If someone's kind of on the fence about, you know, do I buy a brand new C7 Z06, or, you know, should I, you know, I'm seeing these ZR1s out here that are at a great price point, you know, should I pull the trigger and just get a ZR1, a C6, or should I get a, you know, and I know you can't speak to a C7 Z06 because you don't have one of those, but if someone could get their hands on this car for less than what they can get a C7 Z06, I'm assuming you would recommend that.
You see, I think that's a good thing, man. I do, and I hope nobody takes the impression that I'm giving slighting the you know, the C7 Z06. It's a great car. It's a beautiful car. Mm-hmm. It's a fast car. It's 650 horse. This is 638 horse, man. It's you can't say nothing bad about it. But you know, depending on the buyer, you know, right now you can get great deals on these cars, these ZR1s. You're still going to pay a chunk of change for it. Mm-hmm. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
But they're going to be in excellent condition. These guys who bought these cars
absolutely
have babied these like they're, you know, like a child.
When I got this car, man, it was like brand new.
Really?
It was like brand new, man. And they're at a great price point. And right now, this price point, say anywhere, a very low mileage one in excellent shape, man. I've seen them as anywhere from 60, 65, 67,000, and for a couple of years now, they've been holding right in that area. You know what, man? If you want the new one and you're going to keep it, hang on to it, you know, and like it, man, go for it. Go for it. You know,
JD, I want to thank you for taking a little bit of your time and taking the audience with us here as we're out checking out the ZR1. Guys, I can tell you this, there was some traffic. We weren't really able to get on it, but a few corners that we took, you could just feel the grip and the suspension of this car. It's an amazing car, and maybe some of you guys that are watching this video, you have a ZR1, you know exactly what JD is talking about. If you're out there and maybe you've got a C6 and you're thinking about, you know, I'm thinking about wanting to get one of these ZR1s and, you know, not have to spend $100,000 on a car, you just heard it from a happy ZR1 C6 fan. Well, guys, that's this week's video. I want to thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed that type of video. You know, it was something that I've been wanting to do for a while, to get out with JD. I talked to him, you know, a month or so ago about, you know, him allowing me to get out and take a drive with him and him kind of go over his experience with his ZR1, because of course that's something that, you know, I, along with many of you guys, are anticipating. You know, maybe this car comes out this weekend. Maybe it comes out today at Corvettes at Carlisle, and I think it'd be a great place for the reveal. If it doesn't happen there, then, you know, we're looking into 2018 before that car is going to come out. Probably most likely at the Detroit Auto Show in January. But guys, the live streams, that may be the last live stream that I do, just simply because the quality is just not, it's just not there for me. I think YouTube has a ways to go in getting their platform to the point where when we're out there doing these live streams, that we just, you know, that the quality is a little bit better. And again, I know they've got to work with, you know, cell phone carriers and things like that. But, you know, going back and watching those, I know some of you guys like those live streams out at the car show. And I may still go out there from time to time and just maybe do a video and then just upload it so that, you know, the quality is a little bit better, because I just hate putting content out there to be putting it out there, because there's people that watch my videos for the very first time, and I don't want them to think this is some dude walking around with a cell phone, because that's not what I've ever intended for this channel to ever be, because this car behind me deserves all the quality that I can give in sharing Corvettes with anybody who wants to watch. So probably going forward, I'm probably not going to do any more live streams at the car show, but, you know, I'll listen to you guys' feedback. If you want to see them, then I'll do them, but the quality just isn't there for me. But guys, until I see you next Saturday morning at 9 a.m., I hope each and every one of you have a blessed week. And now, let's check out your beautiful rides.
I was too young, and I didn't understand that you were the one.